It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we'll see Brock Purdy. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the 49ers and the Lions, and it's all just...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. A short one there to Freiermuth.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second and 9.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Goff.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ekeler now between the tackles, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 23. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready. And
trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Goff's throw complete there to Johnson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Goff. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. On second down, Eckler. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
You look at this Niner defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
Absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run. So this game,
oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Buried by multiple multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's into the clear. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Goff. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Well, design run here for Ayuk.
The 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk, his first rushing touchdown of the year.
And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So here come the Lions now.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 43. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Davis Price will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The gun, Goff.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Goff on 1st down.
Here's Freiermuth again.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Goff throwing again.
Well, this one taken in by Cephas.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Goff on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Goff on 1st down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff now looks to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. from the right hash here. Should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
Third quarter starts with a run by Davis Price.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Another touch for Davis Price.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of the first after a gain of about 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Play action. Now Purdy. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now here's Samuel on the end around.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Danny Gray.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff now to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Up the middle with Eckler.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ty Davis-Price
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Now Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jair will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Purdy off the play fake.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
First down, and they go right back to Davis-Price.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Ty Davis-Price.
A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Time for another look at this Lions offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here's Samuel.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's fielded at the 45. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Now San Francisco will call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith who had 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. One last throw here for Goff.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a